And they're off, and Millhouse jumps straight into the lead from Parcel, Arkle and King's Nephew. And as they come up to the first of the 21 fences, it's Millhouse, the leader, from Parcel, Arkle and King's Nephew. Now this is the first open ditch. Millhouse setting a steady pace from Parcel and Arkle, then King's Nephew. And all immaculate there. And a downhill run to the next with King's Nephew the back marker and Millhouse making it by a good 4 lengths from Arkle, who's taking a fairly strong hold, and Parcel and King's Nephew. At the third, Millhouse, Arkle and Parcel and King's Nephew. This is the water, number 4. Millhouse from Arkle, Parcel and King's Nephew. Coming up towards the 5th, Millhouse from Arkle towards the outside, Parcel and King's Nephew. Fence number 6, Millhouse from Arkle, Parcel and King's Nephew. This is an open ditch now, number 7. Millhouse by 2 lengths from Arkle, Parcel and King's Nephew. Millhouse from Arkle, Parcel, King's Nephew. Now the fence at the top of the hill. Millhouse, Arkle, Parcel, King's Nephew. Now quite a long run down to the next fence. Millhouse from Arkle, Parcel and King's Nephew. Arkle still taking a very strong hold. Pat Taff trying to restrain him on the outside, not having a very happy ride on him at the moment. Millhouse from Arkle, Parcel and King's Nephew. Millhouse rolling along in front from Parcel, Arkle and King's Nephew. Coming up to number 11 now of the 21 fences. Millhouse from Parcel, Arkle and King's Nephew. The big horse, ears pricked, the leader. Measures it beautifully. Millhouse from Arkle, Parcel and King's Nephew. This is number 12, another open ditch. Millhouse by a good 2 lengths from Arkle, Parcel and King's Nephew. Oh, he just had to put in a little short one there, Millhouse, but he did it so cleverly that he didn't lose any ground. Just patted the ground and with that spring-like stride of his hopped over it. Millhouse, Arkle, Parcel and King's Nephew. And a beautiful jump there by Millhouse. Arkle goes into 2nd place, Parcel 3rd, King's Nephew 4. Coming down to the water, this is number 14. Millhouse from Arkle, Parcel and King's Nephew. Coming up to the 15th now. Millhouse, a beautiful one there, Arkle 2nd. Parcel 3rd, King's Nephew 4th. Millhouse by 4 lengths now. Millhouse from Arkle. A lovely jump by Arkle as well there. 3rd Parcel, 4 King's Nephew. This is number 17 and it's the last open ditch. 21 fences in all and Arkle is beginning to close now on Millhouse. Millhouse and Arkle, both beautiful jumps. Millhouse just slightly the better of the two. Parcell third, King's Nephew 4. Millhouse from Arkle. And now there's a long gap between Parcell and King's Nephew. And it's the big two now as they run down the hill to the third last fence. The big horse, Millhouse, with Arkle closing on him. And it's Millhouse and Willie Robinson, Arkle and Pat Taff, and Pat being shouted for from the stands now. Irish voices really beginning to call for him now as he starts to make up ground on Arkle. It's Millhouse, the leader from Arkle. Arkle making ground on the far side at the third last fence. Millhouse is over the leader from Arkle second. They've got two fences left to jump now in the Gold Cup with Millhouse, the leader from Arkle, and a long way back is Parcell, then King's Nephew. This is the second last fence, and they're still both full of running, still going great guns, both of them. It's Millhouse on the inside, jumps it only just ahead of Arkle. Now they're rounding the home turn, and this is it. And Willie Robinson's got his whip out, and Pat Taff is shaking up Arkle, and this is the race now to the last fence. It's Arkle on the stand side for Ireland and Millhouse for England on the far side, and this is it with Arkle just taking the lead as they come to the last fence. It's going to be Arkle if he jumps it. Arkle coming to the last now, and Arkle a length nearer Millhouse. He's over and clear. Millhouse is trying to challenge him again, but it's Arkle on the stand side, Millhouse over on the far side, coming up towards the line, and Arkle is holding him. Arkle going away now from Millhouse. This is the champion. This is the best we've seen for a long time. Arkle is the winner of the Gold Cup. Millhouse is second. Well, there's no doubt about it now. There was no conceivable excuse. It was a fine, clean, perfectly run race. A clear-cut victory with Arkle producing a fine burst of speed. Well, I'll let the crowd take over as you'll hear the reception this great horse is receiving here at Cheltenham from the crowd. English joining Irish in giving him an immensely well-deserved ovation.
Stop! Look! He's gunning for trouble. 007. It spells Bond.
Shocking.
He's the idol of every woman.
Who are you?
Bond. James Bond.
The envy of every man. The nemesis of the treacherous Mr. Goldfinger. Goldfinger, a triumph in thrill-making cinema entertainment.
The man with the mind.
A three-time winner for Fleming's Secret Agent 007.
My name is Pussy Galore.
Isn't it customary to grant the condemned man his last request?
You've asked for this.
Come and purr over Honor Blackman as Pussy Galore. The female who is all feline. Also starring Gert Frober as Goldfinger. International cheat. International menace.
Gentlemen! Goldfinger, why weren't we told the New York and the West Coast were in on this?
Goldfinger, I made a delivery. Where is my money?
And you owe me $1 million.
Goldfinger, the man with a finger in every pie. His goal, Fort Knox, the world's biggest bank. His enemy, 007, the world's wiliest, toughest gentleman agent with a license to kill. 007, it spells Bond. James Bond, mixing business with girls and thrills. Girls and fun. Girls and danger. The hotter the danger, the cooler he takes it.
I think you've made your point, Goldfinger. Thank you for the demonstration.
choose your next witticism carefully, Mr. Bond. It may be your last.
Do you expect me to talk?
No, Mr. Bond, I expect you to die.
There's not long to wait. On March 21st, all eyes will be on Aintree. It'll be Grand National Day. Hence, at Neville Crump's training quarters, some of the hopefuls are working up to peak fitness. Nothing less is good enough in the world's greatest steeplechase. Leading the string here are Dormant and Victory Day. Springbok receiving all the best treatment. Over to Lambourne, Fuke Baldwin's quarters with the trainer himself up on Mandarin. Going well here, Plummer's Plain. Team Spirit leading a group which includes Millhouse. Tom Taft's stables are at Rathcoole, County Dublin. A reminder that Ireland is the place where they breed Grand National winners. Loving record looks very good. The trainer's son Toss is, of course, a familiar figure at Aintree. Let's look at Draper's stables and the trainer with Willow King, owned jointly by the Duchess of Westminster and Mrs. Winnery. At the O'Brien stables, County Kilkenny, is Blunt's Cross, a good-looking 10-year-old. Another entry by the stable is Bazier. Fonzie O'Brien rode a second in the National, Royal Tan, in 51. The Grey Flying Wild and Gale Force 10 are trained by Dan Moore in County Meath. The sire of Flying Wild was an Epsom Derby winner, Airborne. They'll soon be milling around at the start of the 1964 Grand National. This year, Pathé News will film it in super widescreen Techniscope in Technicolor. All the thrills and spectacle of the world's greatest steeplechase as you have never seen it before. The eyes of the world are on Aintree. The eyes of two worlds, for across the Atlantic, there's always big interest in the Grand National. This year, there's almost a Texas air about the course. Among the 33 runners is an old favorite at Aintree, Team Spirit, owned by some Americans. So the famous trophy could conceivably be won by owners from across the Atlantic. But don't let's harbor such thoughts at this stage. Let's take a look at the field. Flying Wild, highly fancied, a mare. Peacetown, an outsider so far. Team Spirit looks like a winner. The much fancied Kilmore. That's Jay Keneally mounting Purple Silk, and up on Kilmore, Fred Winter, partners for their last race before retirement. Tension mounts for punters and riders alike as the horses begin their pre-race parade up the course. As they canter towards the start, the book shows Time and Papagino's Cottage as joint 100-7 favourites, with the bookies working overtime to take last-minute bets. They're up at the start with not many moments before the 1964 Grand National gets underway. Super Sweet, Sea Night and Fontainebleau. Nervous moments these for all concerned. There's no other event in steeplechasing to come anywhere near the Grand National. All 33 horses come under starter's orders. And they're off. No trouble at all at the tape. Mr. Marsh got them away at the first attempt. It's a 548-yard dash to the first fence. In the past, there has sometimes been a lot of trouble there. Fortunately, not this time. Led by L'Empereur, Peacetown, and Purple Silk, they're all over safely except one, and that's Flying Wild, the mare. We'll watch that again. Our traveling camera going with the horses, giving us almost a jockey's eye view. the second fence, and last year's history begins to repeat itself because number 18 is out and about, the horse that led most of the way 12 months ago. And with him now is Peacetown. The rest are some way behind. The position's unchanged at the third fence. Number 4, and it's still out and about, Peacetown, with Purple Silk coming along well. The same order at fence number 5, the one before the formidable Beecher's Brook. Out and about, and Peacetown are going with all the confidence in the world. Over the brook, the two leaders are closely followed by Purple Silk, Maxia, Ayala, and Reproduction. Watch the action in slow motion and see how they all take the jump without mishap. On towards the canal turn. A 5-foot fence with a big drop and a sharp turn left, enough to throw any horse not perfectly balanced. No change to speak of in the order as yet. Once again, we'll go along with them. To Valentine's Brook now. Peacetown and out and about, taking it all as calmly as if this were just an ordinary steeplechase. Running the Grand National the easy way is the grey mare Flying Wild. Approaching fence 14, it's Peacetown and out and about, making the running from Merganser, Purple Silk, and Reproduction. Coming up to the water jump, fence 16, and the end of the first circuit, it's still out and about, and Peacetown setting the pace for the rest of the field. Swinging into the second circuit, Peacetown and out and about keep up the cracking pace with most of the field still racing. Praise indeed for the modified fences. Peacetown is still going strong, but at the 17th fence, out and about is beginning to feel the pressure. So far, the royal blue colours of Peacetown's rider, Roy Edwards, are the focal point of the Aintree crowd. Peacetown is still in front, but it's on the second circuit that real staying power shows on this 4.5-mile grueling test of horse and rider. Peacetown's over safely, followed closely by a loose horse at the 21st. And it's one fence from Beecher's. Kilmore's down. Fred Winter's hopes for a last-time out win are gone. Peacetown almost comes to grief at Beecher's Brook. He's showing signs of tiring, but Roy Edwards keeps him going, up in front with the rest of the field. There goes Groomsman. The Pathé News travelling camera is with the field as they approach the 23rd fence. Peacetown still holds the lead. At the canal turn for the second time, Peacetown and Purple Silk head the field. Springbok and Gale Force 10 are prominent, and experts among the onlookers now see how well Willie Robinson brings team spirit along. They've been in 5 Grand Nationals together, but never won yet. Springbok continues to go well, as becomes the son of a great Derby winner, April the 5th. They're making for the last fence now, the great drama of Aintree approaching its climax. Peacetown has begun to fade, and it's Purple Silk over first, looking like a winner. Team Spirit's almost on his heels, certain of a second place. With only yards to go, Willie Robinson urges Team Spirit to a supreme effort. He's in front. He's there. Team Spirit wins the Grand National. For Team Spirit, 6-time lucky. What a race he ran, and what grand judgment Willie Robinson showed on the run-in. For that great trainer, Foot Warwin, this is indeed a triumph. Jubilant too are Team Spirit's American owners. At Aintree, they came, saw, and conquered. This may be the last time we shall see the Team Spirit. He's going to America to join the horse train.
You think the Welsh can't do better than that, Owen?
Well, they've got a very good base section, mine. But no top tenors, that's for sure.
Stop your dreaming, can't you see their spear points gleaming? See their warrior pennons streaming to this battlefield.
Sing!
Men of Alex, stand ye steady.
Come on, sing!
Cannot be ever said ye. For the bad boys are ready,
And now they're racing to the third fence from home. Millhouse and Laffey almost together, and Millhouse lands first. 2 fences to go, and it's Millhouse from Laffey. Dormant has come up into third place. Round they come into the final turn now. 2 fences to go, and it's Millhouse from Laffey, Dormant, Parcell, Border Flight and Cabino into the last, and over goes Millhouse. A beautiful jump from Laffey. Dormant running on strongly as he always does at the end of the race. It's Dormant. Dormant is the danger now. As they're coming up to the last, it's Millhouse from Dormant and Laffey, and then Parcell well behind. Over the last, and it's Millhouse from Dormant. Dormant looking very dangerous indeed, and Dormant is coming up on the far side to take the lead with 150 yards to go. It's Dormant from Millhouse and Laffey with Parcell in fourth place. 50 yards to go. It's Dormant from Millhouse and Laffey, and at the post it's Dormant, Millhouse and Laffey in third place.
Never close your eyes anymore when I kiss your lips. And there's no tenderness like before in your fingertips. You're trying hard not to show it, but baby, I know it. You lost that love and feeling. Oh, that love and feeling. You lost that love and feeling. Now it's gone, gone, gone. Oh. Now there's no welcome look in your eyes. reach for you. And girl, you're starting to criticize little things I do. It makes me just feel like crying. 'Cause baby, something beautiful about it. You lost that love and feeling. Oh, that love and feeling. You lost that love and feeling. Now it's gone, gone, gone. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Baby, baby, I'd get down on my knees for you. If you would only love me like you used to do, yeah. We had a love you don't find every day. So don't let it slip away. Baby, I beg you please, I need your love, I need your love. Yeah, bring it on down, bring it on down. Bring back that love and feeling. Oh, that love and feeling. Bring back that love and feeling. 'Cause it's gone, gone, gone. And I can't go on. Oh, bring back that love and feeling. Oh, that love and feeling. Bring back that.
Final fence, and it's Arkle and Height of Fashion. These two from Loving Record and Furrybank racing out of the final fence. Arkle and Height of Fashion together. And it's Arkle just the leader. And in the race home now it's Arkle. Arkle and Height of Fashion very little between them. And Pat pushing Arkle out. Height of Fashion trying to bear him down on him. But racing down now at 50 yards to go. It's Arkle. And coming down to the finishing post. It is Arkle. That's he won. And there he goes. The undisputed champion.
Little children, you better tell on me. I'm telling you, little children, you better tell what you see. And if you're good, I'll give you candy and a quarter. If you're quiet, like you ought to be, and keep the secret with me. I wish they would go away, little children. Now why did you playing outside? I'm asking you, you can't fool me, 'cause I'm gonna know if you hide and try to peep. I'm gonna treat you to a movie. Stop your giggling, children, do be nice. Like little sugars and spice. You saw me kissing your sister. You saw me holding her hand. But if you snitch to your mother, your father won't understand. I wish they would take a nap, little children. Now why don't you go back?
After the wettest 1st of June on record, we were resigned to the worst for Derby Day, but forecasting the weather's no easier than backing the winners, and we were luckier than we'd expected. Derby Day, brash and rumbustious as an Edwardian music hall, smart and sophisticated as a royal garden party. Derby Day, a slice of life that's meaty right the way through. Chateau bottled or stuff you can stand a spoon in, there's plenty to tickle your palate. It's horsey and it's saucy. You can dress down for it or dress up. It's rather like Ascot on Hampstead Heath. Remember those jellied eels? What do you mean it's all coming back to you? Maybe it's time we saw some horses. Among those in the paddock looking over the 17 runners, the Queen with President Aboud of the Sudan nearing the end of his state visit. The favourite, Santa Claus. Did you hang up your stocking? At 100 to 1, Anselmo bought the week before by pop singer Billy Fury for 8,500. Oncidium, number 6, England's leading hope, owned by Lord Howard de Walden. Number 8, Baldric II, winner of the 2,000 guineas at Newmarket. Santa Claus with champion jockey Scobie Breesley riding his 13th Derby. Mr. Macmillan and Lady Dorothy among notable spectators, who also included Sir Alec and Lady Douglas Hume. The royal family made up a large party too, among them the Duchess of Kent, Princess Alexandra and Mr. Angus Ogilvy. Out on the parade, F. Smith riding Oncidium, followed by the favourite, starting price 15 to 8. And we're all set for the richest race Britain has ever known. A prize of over £72,000. They're away and up the hill with 1.5 miles to go. The leaders in a tight bunch, Oncidium, Baldric, Indiana and Hot Rye among them, Balustrade and Cold Slipper too. But where's Santa Claus? He's way back near the tail of the field. Still Oncidium and Baldric with Dilettanti showing up as they approach Tattenham Corner. Still no sign of the favourite making a move, still no sign of Santa's gift to the punters. Now Oncidium starting to fail, and it's Baldric in the lead, and with Indiana challenging Baldric, Scobie Breesley decides it's time he had to go too. Indiana moving up and Dilettanti holding on with Anselmo there as Santa Claus comes pounding up on the outside. Indiana and Santa Claus, Indiana with Santa Claus closing up, and he's going through. And he's done it. Victory by a length in Britain's richest ever race. A brilliant piece of judgment by Australian veteran Scobie Breesley, his 13th Derby. Lucky 13. Indiana 2nd, Dilettanti 3rd, Anselmo 4th. Now who says he doesn't believe in Santa Claus?
That final against Preston.
Moore wins the toss. For Preston, Alex Dawson kicks off. Luckily for Preston, left back Jim Smith is first to the ball, and the Northerners look dangerous. That stings the Londoners into retaliation. Inside left, Jeff Hurst is tackled by Tony Singleton. Kelly saves. Again, it's Preston with outside left Doug Holden menacing West Ham. There's no holding Preston, and after 9 minutes, Doug Holden puts the ball in the net. This is the time for West Ham to pull something out of the bag. A good pass finds John Sissons, and it's the equaliser. Back in the game, West Ham try again, but Geoff Hurst's header is well saved. Preston go all out to regain the lead. Standen concedes a corner. Wilson takes the kick. Centre forward, Alex Dawson heads a goal. Preston lead 2-1. Bring on the Guards band. West Ham kick off. A goal down, remember. It's a safe bet. They've had a pep talk during the interval. Anyway, they lose no time showing the fighting spirit that got them into the final. Outside right, Peter Braybrook is challenged by Jim Smith. Not quite successfully. A corner for West Ham. Braybrook's kick is just what the Hammers ordered. Centre half Ken Brown is there. Not quite on target. Geoff Hurst does better. And yes, sir, Alan Kelly just fails to keep the ball out. That all happened so quickly. Let's see just how West Ham scored the equaliser. Obviously time for West Ham to go into a huddle. Another corner for West Ham. And another escape for Preston. This looks like developing into a goal-mouth scramble, which West Ham will do well to survive. Preston centre forward Alex Dawson finds Standen unbeatable. Geoff Hurst makes ground, then passes to Braybrook. A promising move. We'll follow it in slow motion. And almost in the last seconds of the game, West Ham inside right, Ronnie Boyce heads into the net. And this is just how it happened. West Ham's third goal, which won them the cup. Johnny Burns starts a one-man training session. Bobby Moore, captain of West Ham, captain of England, and at this moment, happy as any man alive, leads his men to receive the trophy and winner's medal. Lord Harwood represents the Queen. Yes, the magic fortnight. There's tennis all the world over, but only one Wimbledon. Opening day crowds flock to the All England Club for the beginning of the championships that draw the stars of every country. Mercifully, the weather behaves itself. What an attractive stage Wimbledon is for the #1 tennis festival. Seen here are some of the finery that didn't have a chance at Ascot. Mike Franks, one of the American hopes. Angela Mortimer, champion in 1961. There's a sprinkling of Russians paving the way for what may be a formidable invasion later on. The German team. Title holder Chuck McKinley with his wife. No mistaking the international appeal of this fortnight. It's a social gathering, too, quite apart from the game. Women like to be seen at Wimbledon. Full house in the centre court as the championships begin, with last year's singles winner, Chuck McKinley, drawn against T.J. Ryan of South Africa. Surely the nearest thing to a certainty possible in sport is victory for the American. No weakness about McKinley's backhand. Ryan at the far end. Match point against him, Ryan serving. That's the end of the singles for Ryan. As predicted, McKinley is the winner in straight sets. Interval now for the traditional Wimbledon team. Strawberries and cream, a mouth-watering sight. Wimbledon, goodbye for now. We'll be back for the final. Nearly 40,000 racegoers crowd the vantage points at the Curragh for this classic event, the Irish Derby, or as it is nowadays, the Irish Sweeps Derby. Prospects of rain won't affect the race, but do rather menace the finery. The veteran royal trainer, Captain Boyd Rochford, believes he'll have a horse in the first three. It's to the show ring that attention now switches. A chance to see something of the runners of this great race. King Paddy, and after him, Lionhearted. Everybody's eyes are, of course, on the great Santa Claus, winner of the Irish 2,000 guineas, the English Derby, and odds-on favourite today. The Santa looks like starting at 7 to 4 on, and even at that unattractive price, there's a packet of money going on. At the Curragh, the jockeys go onto the course before mounting. How much confidence any of them have of finishing in front of Santa Claus, we can't tell. But in the sport of kings, optimism pays dividends. And here now is the favourite Santa Claus, with jockey Bill Burke having last-minute talks with the horse's connections. Here are Lionhearted and Anselmo, and now Bill Burke is up on Santa. It's nearly 3 o'clock, and what excitement there is on the course. It has everything, this Irish Derby, the thrill of the Irish racing season, and waiting to be won, the great prize of £53,725. They're off! 19 runners. Knowledgeable people aren't in the least disconcerted to see Ominous way out in front, and the big favourite no better than in the last form. That's how he ran at Epsom, and what a triumph that was. They're pounding into the straight now, and at last Santa begins to come into the picture. Burke is guiding him through to a good place on the outside. Lionhearted and Sunseeker are battling it out in the front. Just over a furlong out, Santa Claus is given his head, and with the greatest of ease begins to stride away from the field. Nothing can stop him now. By 4 lengths, Santa Claus wins the Irish Derby. Victory brings the winnings of this wonder horse close to the 140,000 mark. Santa may boost that to 200,000 by next Christmas. And no wonder admirers of Santa Claus say he's the best horse in the world.
Don't know what it is that makes me love you so. I only know I never want to let you go. 'Cause you started something, you see, that ever since we met you had a hold on me. It happens to be true. I only want to be with you. It doesn't matter where you go or what you do. I want to spend each moment of the day with you. Although what has happened, just one kiss, I never knew that I could be in love like this. It's crazy, but it's true. I only wanna be with you. You start to smile at me, asked if I care to dance. I fell into your open arms, I didn't stand a chance. Now listen, buddy, I just wanna be beside you everywhere. As long as we're together, honey, I don't care. 'Cause you started something, to see, that ever since we met you had a hold on me. No matter what you do, I only wanna be with you. You stopped and you smiled at me, asked if I care to dance. I fell into your open arms, I didn't stand a chance. Now hear me, honey, I just wanna be beside you everywhere. As long as we're together, honey, I don't care. 'Cause you started something, did you see, that ever since we met you had a hold on me. No matter what you do, I only wanna be with you. I said no matter what you do, I only wanna be with you.
What would Queen Anne have said? Somewhere around 1700, she was driving through Ascot from Windsor and thought it would be a good spot for a racecourse. Queen Anne may be dead, but she's dead right, too. There's something about the place which makes studying form a positive pleasure. It's hardly Queen Anne's fault if it sometimes rains, but today it's dry, with the sun in and out. Ideal weather for cramming on full sail, including the spinnaker. The royal drive along the course wasn't Queen Anne's idea. George IV started that 140 years ago, and it's been a firm Ascot tradition ever since. And Ascot's never been more royal than it is today. For Queen Elizabeth II makes no secret of the fact that racing's her favorite sport. This is the first Royal Ascot since the new Royal Enclosure stand was completed. It took 10 months to put up and cost £1.25 million. Where the old one accommodated only 3,500 people, this can take 8,000. Everyone's very pleased with the new stand, but there's one snag. The tarmac in the enclosure's only 3 weeks old and soft from the sun. And have you ever tried stiletto heels on soft tarmac? Never mind, says the architect. Come back next year. It'll be hard by then. In the paddock, 17 two-year-old fillies are parading for the Queen Mary Stakes. There's Saint-Tropez, number 2, and Barra, 21. Liège Royale, 7. All Afire, number 9. Pindana, 11. Brassier, number 16, Vincent O'Brien's entry. And here come the jockeys. Wonder how they feel about Ascot, the only meeting where the crowd are more brilliantly dressed than the riders. Val Faggoter mounts bugle call number 5. There's the favourite, Windsong, Rebel Starkey up. Winsong at 5-2 and Brassier at 7-2 are expected to make the running. Brassier's jockey is Jack Purtell. Saint-Tropez giving Jimmy Lindley a spot of trouble. And they're off. The final furlong, and it's the favorite Winsong being pressed hard by Brassier. Winsong can't hold her off, and now the Irish filly's ahead and pulling away. An Irish victory by 3 lengths. Nice riding by Jack Purtell. Brassier is Vincent O'Brien's first 2-year-old runner and winner at Royal Ascot, and he predicts quite a future for her. There's no hurry about Royal Ascot, 30 to 40 minutes between races, which is a good civilized tempo. And if anyone thinks half the crowd at Ascot haven't a thought for horses, here's a cowboy hat to prove him wrong. Next on the card, the Royal Hunt Cup for 3-year-olds and upwards. The Duke of Norfolk escorts the Queen to the paddock to inspect the runners. "30 runners in this 1-mile handicap. Ross Rock, number 10. Connemara Kid, 31. Emerald Cross, 27. Yellow Sovereign, 12. Defendant, 25. Max Cabin, 24. A much more open race in the Queen Mary Stakes. No odds shorter than 100 to 9 as the time draws near. Mickey Greening mounts Gellert, number 30. Leading apprentice Paul Cook is to ride number 21, Weeper's Boy. Frankie Durr's mount is Water Skier, number 13. Neither the Queen nor the Queen Mother has any horses running today, but they're enjoying it nonetheless for that. Lester Piggott riding St. Gulliver. He's the favorite, but still at only 100 to 9. Clearly, this race is anybody's guess. Equally clearly, there are plenty of people guessing. Nearest the rails, Red Slipper, number 1, Bill Williamson. Doug Smith rides Zalducas, number 9, wearing blinkers. The flag's up and a clean start, though some are slow away, including Zalducas. But entering the last furlong, Zalducas is there, up with the leaders. Gellert's ahead, but Zalducas is chasing him. Has Doug Smith left the challenge too late? Zalducas is going to make it, and he has by a head. Zalducas' owner, Major McCalmont, has a flair for Royal Ascot. His first win here was in 1909.
There seemed only one possible winner in a field of 4 of the 1964 King George, Santa Claus, a winner of 3 classics already that season. But halfway down the straight, it was clear that the front-running French colt Nazram had been given too long a lead. It was the highlight of Nazram's career, which had begun in America.
Northern Dancer was carrying Canada's hopes that afternoon in Louisville.
April 1964. Northern Dancer arrived by van.
That's Hillrise over there. Yeah.
Hillrise, his opposition, was flown in from California. Everyone was sizing them up.
That's a nice sized horse. A lot bigger horse than the Dancer.
Hillrise was the outright favorite.
Oh, yeah. Pedro.
Hillrise was the horse to beat in the Kentucky Derby. And at that time, I remember Shue saying, he kind of laughed it off and said, well, a good big horse, and Hillrise was a big horse, will beat a good little horse any day.
May 2nd, 1964. Bill Hartack, a previous Derby winner, had been chosen to ride Northern Dancer. People were here to see the best 3-year-olds on the continent. The pony from Canada was the youngest, not yet 3, and he didn't look like a winner.
There's Northern Dancer going down there now, number 7. With that white splash on his face and the 3 white stops.
The 90th run for the Roses sees number 11, Hillrise, go to the post as the favorite, while the Derby crowd has made Northern Dancer second choice. The race is seen as a duel between these two.
He wore a black mask. He made his owners nervous that day. He didn't want to get into the starting gate.
We're all set, ready for the start. They're off. They're away to a good start. Mr. Brick on the inside veered out and shut off Quadrangle. And it is Mr. Brick in the lead as they come down the stretch. And moving from the outside is Royal Shuck. Wilrad is in between horses. Quadrangle is running 4th. The Scoundrel is 5th. Hillrise is running 6th. Northern Dancer is 7th. The 3 leaders. They've got a quarter of a mile to go. And here they come out of the turn and into the home stretch. Northern Dancer on the lead. Down the stretch now with Northern Dancer out in front. Hillrise coming at him on the outside. And it's Roman Brother coming through along the inside. The Scoundrel is still 3rd. Roman Brother 4th. Quadrangle 5th. Down the stretch now, Northern Dancer out in front by a length. Hillrise is gaining on him. It's coming to the wire. It's going to be tight. Northern Dancer gets it. Northern Dancer by a long head.
Seabird was big and backward as a 2-year-old, and Polly didn't run him at all until September. Then, after winning twice, he was very much the stable second string in the Grand Criterium. Pat Lennon chose Grey Dawn, and Seabird, with a jockey who didn't know him, was given what can politely be described as an unenterprising ride. Here he is, flying through far too late to catch Grey Dawn, but Monsieur Paulet wasn't downhearted.
Fantastique. Dans le tournant, on croirait qu'il n'est nulle part. Et puis finalement, il est second. C'était bien.
Stirling Moss has to keep to the sidelines now. What a loss to the motor racing world. BRM's Graham Hill is only 1 point behind Jim Clark in the championship race. And they're away. The race is over 80 laps of the 2.65-mile circuit. That's 212 miles. 2 of them make an inauspicious start. Now boosted to the status of a Grand Prix course, Brands Hatch is a real test for even top-class drivers. It's gear-changing all the way, is the description of Jim Clark himself, given after a practice run. And watch now as the champion just leads Graham Hill into the bend. A Pathé shot to remember, a driver's eye view of what Grand Prix racing means at Brands Hatch. Graham Hill's in 2nd place. John Surtees in 3rd. Jack Brabham's in 4th place. Here's Jim Clark and the gear changing he spoke about. Near the end of the race, a terrific duel between Clark and Graham Hill. But it's the champion who's first at the checkered flag. Hill 2nd. So at 94.14 miles an hour, Clark wins the European Grand Prix and so leads Hill by 4 points in the championship table. Nobody's likely to forget that closing duel between Clark and Hill. Applause well earned by a real champion.
While Foyt is the speed demon among humans, in the equine world, it's Kelso all the way. The 7-year-old Wonder Horse is named Horse of the Year for the 5th time, a well-earned honor. He proved his worth without a doubt in the Washington International. He wound up the year with a new American record for the 1.5 miles as he outran Gunbow to the wire. Rated as one of the greatest horses of all time, Kelso was retired with record earnings of more than $1,800,000.
The leader from Ferryboat, with Millhouse looking beaten now. Four to jump, but it's Arkle the leader from Ferryboat. Millhouse jumps it third, and these three are a long way clear of the remainder. They have them completely outclassed. The Rippers jumped it in 4th place. This is the final open ditch now. Arkle from Ferryboat. Arkle on the far side. The leader from Ferryboat jumps it second. Millhouse towering jumps it third, and he tired and very nearly came down there, Millhouse. This is the second last fence now, and as they come to it, Arkle is the leader from Ferryboat. Millhouse third. Arkle over, and he wasn't 2 foot perfect at that one, but he's well clear of Ferryboat. Third was Millhouse, towering again and nearly went at that one. This is the last fence, and here's the great one, Arkle, well clear of Ferryboat, the lightly weighted Ferryboat, and Arkle's only got to jump it. Here's Pricked, he's over and clear. Ferryboat jumps it second. Millhouse is coming up tired into 3rd place, and the Rippers coming to challenge him now for 3rd place. And as they come up to the line, it's Pat Tuff on Arkle going away from Ferryboat, with the Rip coming storming into 3rd place now, and as they come up to the line, it's Arkle, the undisputed champion, well clear of Ferryboat in 2nd.
Per uscire sola con te, e non avrei nulla da dirti, perché tu sai molte più cose di me. Lasciati viva un amore romantico nell'attesa che venga quel giorno, ma ora no, non ho l'età per amarti, non ho l'età per uscire sola con te. Se tu vorrai aspettarmi, quel giorno avrai tutto il mio amore per te. Lasciati viva un amore romantico nell'attesa che venga quel giorno, ma ora no, non ho l'età per amarti, non ho l'età per uscire sola con te. Se tu vorrai aspettarmi, quel giorno avrai tutto il mio amore per te.